8:40. Rachel Sutherland on the line right now from Fox News. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, good morning.
So while all of this is going on, we were talking about this David, the Star of David, and Donald Trump, and every time he gets a chance to pounce, there's some crazy story out there that's a distraction. But Hillary is the one that's really in the news right now. This email, the investigation by the FBI. What's going on here?
Yeah, it looks like this investigation really is wrapping up. It's been a long process. She spent part of her holiday weekend meeting with FBI agents, in fact, about 3.5 hours on Saturday. And she didn't have a whole lot to say about it because it is technically still an ongoing investigation, but she did tell MSNBC that she appreciated the opportunity to help the FBI bring their investigation to a conclusion. So it looks like this is finally, we will know the outcome sooner rather than later. Donald Trump was tweeting that he has heard there's not going to be any charges, there's no indictment, and he's obviously not happy about that, calling her Crooked Hillary. I don't believe that Fox News has confirmed independently there won't be any charges, but it certainly is what is blowing in the wind.
Yeah. You know, it's none of this changes anything for the people who support Hillary Clinton, I don't think. And it doesn't change anything for the people who do not support her, vehemently do not support her.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
This whole process, even when the House Select Committee on Benghazi came out with their report last week, and people were thinking it was going to be a bombshell, and it had a ton of interesting information. I read probably 300 or 400 pages, but at the same time, I knew reading it was not going to sway the supporters either way.
You know, it was Donald Trump that came out and said I could go out on Fifth Ave and shoot and kill somebody, and my poll numbers might actually go up. I think the same thing holds true for Hillary Clinton. If you are in the corner of one of these two, you're there, and that's that.
Well, here's the caveat, though. It's the swing voter, and I think it's interesting that President Obama and Hillary Clinton will campaign today in North Carolina, which has been kind of purple here lately. In 2008, they voted for President Obama. In 2012, they swung back to the right and voted for Mitt Romney. So this is a key state. They've been dealing with a lot of social issues, and I don't think it's by mistake that they're going to Charlotte today.
Yeah, it is that. It's that swing voter. It's those in the middle. And can these two candidates get their vote out? Man, it seems like this campaign has been going on forever.
We all need a vacation to Tahiti when it's over.
We do, when this thing is over with. Oh, my Lord.
Put our feet up, you know.
Yeah, so Obama-Clinton event preview. What's going on here? This is Obama trying to rescue Hillary a bit?
Well, he has said he wants to get out on the campaign trail. He certainly is good at it. People used to complain at the beginning of his presidency. It seemed like he was always campaigning. So, yeah, he will be going, and there is a bit of a hullabaloo over the two of them riding on Air Force One today because it's not cheap. And Donald Trump was tweeting, why is President Obama allowed to use Air Force One to campaign with Crooked Hillary? The Obama administration says that the DNC basically will pay part of the portion, but it's unclear how much.
All right. Rachel Sutherland, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have a great day. Interesting stuff. Or is it? Does it make any difference whatsoever? Or doesn't it? Christine, are you able to... I think we might have you connected here now, Christine.
I hope so.
Try that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. It's kind of like the old Verizon commercial. Remember that? Can you hear me now?
Speaking of which... Well, I'll talk about that after the break. I think none of this is really surprising to people who are not Trump supporters.
Probably not, right? Are we talking about the... explain what you're talking about.
I think that none of what is going on with Donald Trump is surprising to people who aren't supporters of Donald Trump. By the same token, I think people who can't stand Hillary Clinton aren't surprised by this at all. And most of them think that, you know, Hillary Clinton's going to skate on through. It doesn't matter that she's the first presidential candidate to be interviewed as someone who is alleged of doing some wrongdoing by the FBI. You know, in the end, I don't think it matters. This campaign is so incredibly crazy.
It is. And for the people, if the FBI comes out and says, listen, we've conducted the investigation and we feel that there will be no charges, there's really nothing here. Some procedural issues. There's nothing here. The people who do not support Clinton are going to be. This is a scam. This is ridiculous. But then if they were to come back and there were charges, then the Democrats or those that are supporting Hillary would say the same thing. I'm not sure anything comes out of this. It is, except for both candidates have huge high numbers, and this is so unprecedented. This presidential campaign, it's like we've never really seen before. It is crazy.
We were on break, so I don't know that it was talked about except off air. But the fact that Bill Clinton met with Loretta Lynch at the airport and, that was a personal meeting, was it really? Just the fact that it happened, stupid.
I could not agree more. That you would just steer clear of that until after the fact.
One would think.
And then the other thing is, and again, I think Hillary's supporters don't think this is an issue, where Trump supporters think it's a big deal. She's going to be on Air Force One today en route to a campaign event.
Yeah.
As
I said, I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. It's really just incredible. I want to talk about coming up the Word of Life trial. Some really interesting stuff came out of this, and the closing arguments are expected today. All of this about molestation came out with the two boys, one now, of course, deceased, and the one last week admitting that maybe there was some sort of a touching incident going on. But then the DA's office came back and was really questioning this Ferguson female, the half-sister, questioning her about whether what she was saying, and technically it was Calusa that was doing the questioning there. But I found it just shocking after we were told all along that there was absolutely no molestation at all. The kid admitted to it on the stand. I thought that was incredibly surprising in the trial.
Well, I thought my understanding of it was that the idea of molestation, according to their faith, could have been as simple as coming up behind somebody and giving them a hug. Or any kind of, simple motion.
Well, I guess the question would be, and I don't know the answer to this. What was the definition of touching that he agreed to? He admitted to on the stand. What was that definition? Because the DA's office, the prosecution came back with really questioning the validity of Ferguson's statements on the whole thing. Obviously, there's no justification for beating somebody. But it does for any parent out there when you hear, boy, how would I react if I found out that my child had been touched, even just touched, and how far did that go, and what does it all mean? I don't think we were privy to all of that out of the trial. But we'll talk more about it coming up. Hold tight. Christine is in Mississippi, spending time with us over the next few weeks, finishing out her tenure here at WIBX before she starts her new job. Actually, Christine, when does the new job begin?
In a couple of hours.
In a couple of hours, so it starts today. And she's spending that time with us. Nice. All right, we'll come right back. Hold tight. 6:48 at WIBX.